Princess Crew, Kombat X here, back with an all new video. If you are new, welcome. Before you get into anything, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you end up liking the video, turn on post notifications. I just want to say hey y'all, because it's been 3 weeks and I missed you all. I just needed a mental break, a refreshment to be back on popular demand. And for those of you that are new or don't know, this is the latest installment of a Princess Cut, where we cut into a character, dissect everything that they have on the table, and the Princess Crew has voted, and they picked Cottage Cheese, aka Sonya Blade, aka the female OG of the Mortal Kombat franchise. Put some respect on her name. Which I knew that the Princess Crew was going to be petty. They were going to select her ass for the voting poll. Anyway, I already knew it. Period. I already knew. So General Cheese was introduced in MK1 as the female OG first debut character, and she had a unit behind her, aka Special Forces, aka the G-Force. So Sonya's like the police of Mortal Kombat. Her and her team of cheese had a mission to be in pursuit of Cyclops 2.0, aka Kano, which is the leader of the Black Wagon organization, which I would like to say both these organizations I'm very tired of seeing, tired of like reading about it. It has been washed and ran through, and I'm not the only one that feels that way about it. Just wanted to add that. Okay, back to her debut. Cottage Cheese took her and her cheesy team to that island thinking that she was going to eat, following Cyclops 2.0, aka Kano, only to be, apprehended by Shiesty Shang. And, once again, king of manipulation, played her dumb ass, thinking that if she joined that tournament, he was going to spare her team, but they ended up getting killed anyway. Oh my god. So I'm just start calling her Cece at this point. So Cece. Thank God for Lulu Cece, because Lulu came in there and he put Shiesty Shang in his place, giving Cece time to team up with her rivalry Cyclops and JC, Johnny Cage, aka King of Green Energy. They all teamed up to go against Fee Fi Fo Fum Ass Goro, which was smart on her part, because in the earlier franchises she tried to do this by herself and got put down. So during that little fight, that little kerfuffle, the island started to rumble, which I'm sure it was Goro's Fee Fi Fo Fum 600-pound life ass. Please sit down. You're the reason why the island rocked the way that it did, which caused her ass to be captured once Shiesty Shang awoken. Only to do this once again for his selfish ass self, to basically have a footprint in Daddy Xiao's head that I did this and I captured Sonya Blade. Moving on to MK2, Sis didn't do a bunch. She was the reason why Jax was basically introduced and made his debut, because he was her superior. Cottage Cheese must have had some hidden gadgets while she was held in captivity. She was able to send signals to Jax so he can come to Outworld to free her. In MK3, she still didn't do a bunch, but tried to convince the government, her and Jax both, tried to convince the government that, Daddy Xiao was real, his plans were real. They didn't take them seriously, so they still ended up getting invaded. And of course, Cyclops 2.0 was far behind, lurking in the shadows. Him and Cottage Cheese did end up going at it, and Kano was having the upper hand. It looked like he was going to win, but she ended up just doing some leg grab and pushing him off of the cliff, which I'm going to give point for that because I don't care about Cyclops 2.0, so, you know, bye. So in Mortal Kombat 4 is when Cottage Cheese officially decided to join the G-Force. She was chasing a black wagon member, Jarek, into Edenia. Once again, I'm already tired of this Sonya and Kano obsession that they have between each other. It's already boring me. So Jax and Cottage Cheese wanted to play dog and cat with Jarek, and it ended their asses up in Edenia, meeting Lulu and the King of Thunder, God of Thunder, Raiden, ended up teaming up with them to put Shinnok down while they ended up finding Cyrax's cyborg, and they brought him back to headquarters, you know, restoring him, you know, back to his humanity, you know, his regular memories, etc., etc. And in return, Cyrax joined the G-Force. So in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Raiden, the father of Mortal Kombat, had Cottage Cheese on speed dial to come and join him on the island against the attack against Deadly Alliance. She agreed with this because she was investigating Mustard, aka Cyrax, and Kenshi, aka Ken Barbie's disappearance. So that was already up her alley. But her ass ended up getting killed along with everybody else that got put down by the Deadly Alliance. And then they wanted to also add in there that, you know, she ended up meeting Scrubway and Frost, you know, and she didn't like the first encounter that she had with Frost, and she ended up sparring with Frost and putting down Frost. Girl, who cares? You know, Frost didn't do a bunch, so you putting her down really doesn't make you seem like some type of superior. Because what did Frost do? I mean, clearly nothing, and clearly she's not that important because y'all see how they did her in 11. So you putting down Frost, you know, Cottage Cheese, stop. Just stop it. So in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, her and the G-Force, you know, found Sector invading territory that was protected by Earthrealm. You know, she ended up putting down Sector and whatever plans he had, yada yada. And she ended up finding traces of Tavin back. So she ended up finding Tavin, and I wanted to read something to you guys. It's actually so funny to me. Assuming the worst, she tries to get information out of him about Sector, the Takunin, and their plans. And for those of you that don't know about the Takunin, that has to do with like the cybernetic ninjas and stuff like that. Proclaiming she has the full authority over him. Yeah, okay, Cottage Cheese is unwilling to trust the Edenian warrior. Since Tavin will not yield to her, they fight. Tavin wins, but does not kill Sonya, who warns him that she will be watching him even as she retreats from the fight. Now you got your ass beat by Tavin, and you wanted to get up and talk shit at the same time? Oh, girl, Cottage Cheese, stop. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to tell her to stop sometimes because she gets ahead of herself. In Mortal Kombat 9, she was mainly in pursuit for Jax because, you know, he was being held prisoner in Goro's funky toes and corn chip smelling lair.
It already stink. Oh, my. What the fuck? It smell like bounce the fuck that ass. It smell like bounce the fuck out of that ass. Oh, somebody been bouncing the fuck out some ass. Oh, what the?
Built like a helium balloon ass bitch. Planters peanut ass bitch. Built body ass bitch.
Cottage Cheese had to play Dora the Explorer, you know, crossing the bridge of the pit. JC, horny ass Johnny, tried to catch up to her, tried to spit his game still. You know, she was in a bitchy ass attitude because, you know, she didn't feel like doing all this. You know, she let us know that she didn't have time for a lot of stuff in her little cutscenes. She ended up getting put down by Johnny, you know, trying to be a bitch and punch him. But, you know, Cyclops, aka Kano, caught up to that ass, you know, threw Johnny over the bridge, and he was literally about to kill Sonya if it wasn't for Johnny somehow magically getting back up there, which played right up Johnny Cage's alley because I'm sure he wanted to do anything to prove something to Sonya so he can get his little brownie points. So I already saw that coming. So her ass ended up making her way to that funky ass lair. Of course, Shai Shing wasn't far behind, summoning Sub-Zero to face her in combat. She put Scrub way down, and then she started feeling herself a little bit, thinking that she could try Shai Shing, but then, the King of Thunder, God of Thunder, Raiden appeared to tell her that, girl, this is not your mission. This ain't for you. So she wanted to attack him. So I'm like, who do you think you are, Cottage Cheese? Who do you think you are? She had absolutely no business trying to attack Raiden, period. And then it said something about Raiden, creating a light, and then fuck all that. She ended up getting out. She got out trying to escape with Jax, and I get her, trying to be loyal to her friend, help Jax escape. But Shang Tsung sent Kitana, Kit, and Jade, Shang Tsung's deadliest, to stop her from doing that. How was this basic cottage cheese hoe with her gadgets, no type of powers, no teleportation, none of that, was able to put down the Princess of Edenia and Shao Kahn's deadliest? I will never get over this scene, period. But you got put down by Johnny Cage, but you got put down by Tavin, but you got put down by Goro, and the list does go the fuck on. Everything else in 9 related to her is kind of boring and supporting character to me, but she did ended up surviving with her man. But really, most of everything in 9 on Sonya's behalf was kind of giving me Raiden's minion. That's what it was giving. Raiden be sending these characters on little adventures too, and telling them to do this, that, and the third, and that's really all it really based around, supporting Raiden and, his plans and etc. So in MKX, which I like to name this Sonya's tired and ran through era, because, she done got divorced and everything, done had a baby and stuff, and, she chose that career over her damn marriage. It was just a lot. It was a lot going on in X when it came to Sonya and Johnny Cage. Even though they had to give her a child, to put some spice on her story, they gave her a great character development in MKX. I loved what I saw. She was her own general. She was leading, she wasn't really supporting anymore. She was calling the shots, and that's what I was here for. That supremacy that we've been missing. And the way she bodied Rich Homie Quan Chi, oh honey, it was over for him. But the storyline was a little basic and predictable, a family that has fallen apart emotionally, and, Shinnok's reign has caused them to finally pull it all back together at the end. It's basic, it's predictable, and it's boring. And the only reason why it wasn't a little bit not boring, and I'm gonna say that it was cute, it's because of Cassie Cage. I love Cassie. Props to Cassie. Yes, Cassie. Speaking of Cassie, she carried Sonya in MK11 too, y'all, and I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not gonna come on here and lie to y'all. She carried Sonya Blade's career in MK11, and I really feel like Sonya could have had a better story. Everything really involved Cassie, her coming back, her dying. It was because of Cassie, because she told Cassie not to save her. And, of course, they had to throw Cyclops 2.0 in there, her main nemesis. We were already expecting that. That was predictable. But the juicy, good, stuff really revolved around Cassie Cage. And, I'm here for that because I like Cassie Cage. But I'm just saying, they couldn't give her her own storyline or, have something going for her and her own self, kind of like they did in X, I'm just saying, when you compare the stories between X and 11, a lot of people ate in X, they evolved them. And so they didn't really do that. They kind of downgraded her story in 11, making her be the mother of Cassie Cage and the girlfriend or wife of Johnny Cage that kind of forgot her memories and stuff because she came back younger. But, I love the storyline. I love the fight scene she definitely showed us why she is that female OG character. But the storyline overall was cute, and that's all that it's gonna be, is cute. Alright, y'all, that is all for today's Princess Cut. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to vote on the next Princess Cut, check my community tab.